Hello everybody, JGC Anime here and welcome back to another review where today I'm going to be reviewing Rent-A-Girlfriend. This is probably going to be one of the shorter reviews because the recording of this was a bit delayed because it currently, at the time I'm recording this, is Saturday at 7:35 a.m. in the morning. So if I sound a little tired, I'm sorry, and this review may be a bit shorter because I really just want to get this edited and out because this was a little harder to put together than most, just because it's the first time I've approached this genre in multiple versions, because I watch the sub and dub version, and watching them side by side has been an interesting experience. Even the dub version isn't over yet, or is it? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, we're talking about Rent-A-Girlfriend today. The basic story about Rent-A-Girlfriend is the main character, Kazuya, or I think that's his name, has a breakup with his girlfriend. I think it's Mami or something. Not like the name, like it's M-A-M-I, Mami or Momi. I don't know. I'm not gonna say her name again. It sounds too weird. So after the breakup, he ends up finding an app about renting a girlfriend, and he ends up renting a girlfriend, this girl called Chizuru or something. I'm sorry. But he meets Chizuru, and basically a lot of events ensue to the point where they end up being stuck in all these shenanigans where they're stuck constantly hanging out with one another, and a bunch of other events occur, and it's just a lot of fun. Very funny, and we meet a bunch of other characters such as Ruka, who is I think she's probably my favorite character from this show. Even if she does have her flaws, she's become my favorite character. And yeah, so let's just hop right into this. So what I liked about the show was definitely its story and comedy. I thought it was really fun, and overall, while there were some things that could have been worked on, I think it was very entertaining and I enjoyed it a lot. And I think it definitely was a lot of fun. If I had to say something I disliked, it'd probably be that the girl before I mentioned, the blonde-haired girl, I absolutely hated her character. I really just wanted her to be off-screen, and when she was off-screen, I loved it. But when she was on screen, I was like, oh gosh, she's here again. So yeah, it was. There were a few ups and downs with it, but it was still a lot of fun to watch. So yeah, I'm gonna hop into the spoiler section now. Here's a timestamp to when the spoiler section's over with, and I'm gonna count down from 5 now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, in the spoiler section, I would like to say, the reason I think Ruka, the other girl we probably saw on screen earlier, the reason she's my favorite character isn't because I want her to end up with Kazuya, since despite the fact that this is clearly a harem anime, they don't call it that, and even though my favorite character is Ruka, I don't think that she belongs with Kazuya. I definitely think Chizuru, I think they would work best as the couple, but again, I don't really care about the couples aspect that much, because while I enjoy romantic stuff and comedy from time to time, I don't entirely think of it as like heavy or anything. I just kind of have fun with it. Like, even if Kazuya doesn't end up with Chizuru in season 2 or season 3, or how long they decide to run this show, I'll be fine with it. Just that's what I'm rooting for. I wouldn't really call it a demand. I'm fine with it. I really liked Ruka's backstory, where she was someone who couldn't really feel emotion, but Kazuya was the first person to make her feel emotion, and I thought that was really nice. I also really like the character, I think it's Sumi or something. That's the name of the final girl who's introduced in like episode 11 or 10 or somewhere around there, which I thought was really late. It's a 12 episode season. But her character's really nice. I actually really enjoyed her character, and overall I definitely think that they could have done more with her character. It makes me kind of wonder what kind of things they're going to do for season 2. As for Kazuya, he is a, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, if that's the right name. I think that he's one of the more unlikable protagonists because he's like, he sometimes can be a stalker, he sometimes can feel really awkward, which while he has his innocent parts, I wouldn't really say he's that good of a protagonist. I definitely have more interest in the girl characters and their development than his development, since overall he kind of doesn't do much. The only moment I could think of that I really thought he was a good protagonist was the time he saved Chizuru from drowning, but that's about it. Overall, his character lacked a lot, and really I didn't think of his character as that good. But he's the main protagonist. What are you gonna do? Sometimes they have to make him either extremely unlikable or extremely likable, or take the safe route and just toss in a random protagonist who's a pervert and call it a day, since that seems to be the main follow-up for most. But overall, I definitely thought his character needed a lot of work, and as someone who kind of doesn't care for those protagonists who are much more preferred than others, I really didn't care for his character that much, but I still kind of supported him with how much he had been going through, even if he wasn't that interesting. And overall, I did really enjoy the cast of characters, even the side characters who, while I can't really remember their names too much, I really enjoyed the side characters and how they were trying to help deepen the plot and make things more interesting. And overall, I thought it was a lot of fun. So, we're at the conclusion now. If I had to say, like, the full thoughts on everything, I thought the show was funny and fun. It had a lot of great moments, and overall, I thought it was pretty good. There were a few moments that I generally couldn't take because when it comes to me, I hate awkward moments, and thus I skip through them. So I did miss a bit of footage since there were a lot of awkward moments throughout this season. But overall, I definitely enjoyed it a lot, and I'd probably rate this a 7 out of 10. It was very entertaining, with a few unlikable characters, but still overall a pretty good first season, and I am looking forward to the next season of Rent a Girlfriend, and hopefully with that I can make a better review and not accidentally forget to film the night before and have to film at 7 a.m. in the morning when your brain woke up at 5. So, yeah. Thank you all for listening to my extremely tired review, and I shall see you all around. Peace.